Hey, fantastic fam. Welcome to our community where we combine the woo and the work. We are two professional women who believe we can have it all and constantly upgrade ourselves to meet our visions. I'm Kalyani and I've chosen the off-roading path to personal development, being an entrepreneur with the journey of motherhood. I'm an economics postgraduate and I love working with all things mind and money. I've founded and sold one business and I'm now building this business that feels like fun and freedom for life.
Hi, I'm Rupali. I'm a numbers nerd turned Reiki master and many other things. I found a passion for all things wellness. I've worked in banking and finance for 15 years and I love combining that knowledge with all things energetics to create impact in a fun, easy way for others. Join us as we share the behind the scenes of us creating wealth, freedom and magic.
Hi, Rupali. How are you?
Hi, Yunie. Thank you very much for having me. And I'm so excited that we're recording this podcast together after meeting, a few days ago. So very, very
Yeah,
excited. We've known each
yeah.
other for a couple of years at least, I would say. And thank you for having me.
It's really a pleasure. I'm so excited. I've been waiting, to have this conversation because I've seen, your your content, especially like you mentioned, we've been known each other for quite some time, and then we have some kind of same journey in the personal development, and I'm curious about what you're doing, by the way. Rupali, okay. You know what, Rupali, can you share a little bit about your journey? Because we've been known each other for such quite some time, and what is actually lead you to pursue training in modalities like NLP, hypnotherapy, and life coaching? As we all know that you have 30 years experience in asset management and banking, and then how does that lead to NLP, hypnotherapy, and such life coaching?
Yes. So I feel like so I studied maths and stats. I love numbers, and so that's what I studied. I worked in banking, and I've lived a life that I always thought I should be living. In that life, I thought I was doing pretty well, and I still believe I am. But what happened in between is there was a time where I felt like I didn't know myself to an extent that I should know myself. And what I mean by that is, little things such as what do I like, what do I dislike, what experiences do I like. And it may sound silly, and to me, it sounds silly right now knowing this, but I didn't know those things. And so I set out to pursue a route that helped me understand who I am. So I went for a coach. I went for a coaching session, excuse me, and I'm a bit of a research analyst by nature, and so I would love to know everything before I go anywhere. And anyway, so I went for the session, and she said, oh, we'll tap into CBT, hypnotherapy, many different things depending on what you need. And I said no, but what is it exactly that we're going to be doing? And so anyways, through that I discovered this topic of CBT. And so I went on to research it online, and I came across the course that I started, and that's where my journey began.
Oh, wow. So before you jump into the NLP, hypnotherapy, and life coaching, you actually did some research before you jump into that?
Exactly. So my training and my certifications all started with CBT.
Oh, wow. What made you uh, like the CBT at the first place, especially in the personal development journey?
Yeah. So I feel like I didn't know too much about any of these fields, and the my life I don't know, she was not called a life coach, but the lady who I went to for my sessions mentioned CBT, and I thought, oh wow, what is this? And I had a very profound I had very profound sessions with her, and so through that I thought, oh my goodness, I have to know everything there is about CBT. So I started researching, and then that's what. Yeah. Yeah. So then I did all my other courses, and here we are. You're on mute. Yeah.
Oopsie. Okay, there you go. I mean, how do you like the CBT right now after you learn after you took that course and learning about all of these things?
Yeah, so I feel like I love sharing everything that CBT and personal growth and everything brings. I didn't know why CBT, but I did NLP afterwards, and some people say NLP is better than CBT, all of that. But I feel like each of these have played a really big role in my life. And so I set out to certify in all these things. I became a bit of a certification junkie to the extent where I continued doing one after the next. And that's because of the focus it had, not so much to become a coach and not so much to become uh, whatever it is, practitioner. It was more for my own personal growth journey. And these courses were focused on our own journey before anyone else's, as you know, Uni, because you've
Yeah.
also done some of these.
Right.
So I
Yeah.
feel like that was super important.
Hmm. Interesting. And Rupali, as the founder of Prana House Wellness Center in Dubai, I've known you, and you also mentioned that you've started several businesses that did not work out as you planned at the time. And then, what were some of the most impactful lessons you learned from those experiences, and what would you do differently today? Because I see the Prana House now.
Yeah. So these questions, I was just thinking, what you've mentioned. That question was for, I'm thinking of that question for you also because I feel like you and I both have had a journey that has brought us here. So if you don't mind, before we go into that, it would be great for you to share a little bit about yourself, your personal growth journey, and I know your audience is fully familiar with you, but when I posted on the Fantastic Females podcast, then I'd love the listeners to know who Yunie is and what drives Yunie and what got Yunie to where she is today. So if you can share a little bit about yourself, and then we can dig into your businesses, what I'm doing, and we can take it from there.
Interesting. Wow. It's like a long story, actually. Experience as a sales more than 10 years in the retail company. And then, I don't know, I just like, I still remember when I was really young, I dream about, I want to be a public speaker, like a motivational speaker at the time. And I dreamt about that, but I, it didn't go well as I wanted. And I ended up working as a sales with um, more than 10 years experience in sales. And then all of a sudden, I decided to, I'm just going to start a business. I started my business, I bought a restaurant, and I started investment, and everything did not go well. And now I'm actually building my personal development, like training, higher and beyond call, because I personally, yeah, like what you mentioned also, I just love personal development journey, especially this is for myself at the beginning. And it's not for, some kind of practitioners, as you also mentioned earlier. But if I can help other people um, to I'm just gonna say that being aware of themselves, I think this is going to be impactful
Hmm.
in, in my life. And I started to become really love about um, personal development journey and giving training, etc., etc. And I'm going to um, elevate and make it broad. But this is something that I need to work on, and I want to learn from you too. What about you?
Yeah. Amazing. That's amazing. I think we've got so much in common. I think, us as humans, we all have so much in common, yet we get so caught up in the differences. And I find it amazing how much in common we have when we actually open up and speak. Your Higher and Beyond, my Prana House. We're all on a mission to spread wellness, to get people to know each other, know themselves better, to get to know, to get to be the best person they are. And we've got so many different things we're planning together, which I'm very excited for,
Yeah.
which we will share as soon as we have some more clarity and details that we can share. But I think that it's such an important aspect. And so, Uni, the topics that I cover, in Fantastic Females, we're a podcast about money and mindset,
Wow,
and
this is amazing.
all yeah, all things money and mindset, and it goes along holistic wellness too. But money is the topic that we focus on because of my background and because of everything I'm quite good at, if I may say so myself. However, mindset has been the challenge in terms of money mindset specifically, and we all grow up in different ways. And so I've become really passionate about helping people see, or being the means through which people are able to help themselves see, that what beliefs they have and hold around money are not what they have to continue holding, and are not what necessarily helps them. So in your journey of the restaurant that you found and or bought and worked on, and your other ventures you've been working on, what firstly, what does money mindset mean to you as an individual? And then, secondly, in the context of business, what does it mean to you?
Okay. Wait a minute. I don't know what happened with my video.
Okay, I can, yeah,
Can you still see me? Uh-huh.
I can see you. Yes, yes.
There you go. Oh my god. I can't see you.
Oh, I can see you.
What do you mean? Oh, there you go. Yeah. What was the question again? Um,
Yeah. So, what does money mindset mean to you? And just as a concept. And then, secondly, within the context of your business and previous ventures, what does it mean to you?
Interesting one. Interesting question. I mean, I love this question. It's such a good question because, in the first place, when I started my business, I did not know what is actually the money mindset. To be quite honest, I'm gonna tell you, Rupali, that I did not have a really good relationship with money because I did not have that money mindset. Because I was just like, I thought money is was not important, right? And then when I started that business, my focus was I just want to make money. I just want to be rich with this business. And the idea is I'm gonna do whatever to make this business going so well. And at the end, it did not go very well. The more I think about, the more I'm actually focusing to make myself being rich, the more I'm actually disconnected with money. And then all of my businesses gone at the same time. So I
Hmm.
actually now and be well, and because of that, I started to realize that business is not like this. We cannot just
Hmm.
focus only on one thing, especially, like I want to be that, I want to reach the money, I want to be the rich person because of this business. It's not like that.
Hmm.
And yes, I started to actually realize that, well, a year ago actually, and I started to actually have a very good relationship with money, but I really want to learn from you. How does that actually money mindset that you are working on, especially you have this experience for more than 13 years?
Yeah. So I think there's two concepts. There's the tangible money that we have, and there is the energy around money. And so this experience I have is about tangible money, banking, and all the masculine type of stuff. Whereas money mindset is more the energetics of money. And you know, the first thing that kind of I think of when I think of money mindset is, you to illustrate how it plays out in the real world is, for example, repeated patterns that we have in our lives. So, for example, some people think they can never keep money. Some people think as soon as I receive money, it's going to go. Something comes up and I always end up letting go of money. And that's one type of pattern. Second pattern is I have all this money, but I'm scared it'll go. So I'm not going to use it. I'm going to hold it really tight to me. And I'm not, you have this really icky energy about money where you're like, scared to enjoy the money you have. So you may see some millionaires and billionaires that are scared of using money and that are the most stingiest people. They think about a $5 thing like you and I may not even think about as much. Um, so I think it money mindset plays out regardless of what your level of income is or what your level of bank balance is, what your exposure to money is. It plays a role. So that is to illustrate the problem. Now, where does it stem from is where what we work on. And it stems from your subconscious mind. So, for example, when we grew up, our parents may have told us things like money is evil, rich people are evil, um, you have to be bad to get money, you have to work very hard to make money, you have to work really, really hard. Unless you work hard, it's not possible to make money, things like that. Did you want to say something? Go ahead. No, okay. Things like that are very important in money mindset. So the first thing that I think awareness is the biggest issue. Most people are not aware of their underlying subconscious beliefs. So I may not know I think money is evil, and that's why I keep myself poor because I don't want to be evil, right? Who wants to be evil? So if you're thinking money is evil, why would you want money? So your subconscious tries to protect you. It tries to protect you by keeping less money with you because it thinks that the minute you have money, it means you are evil. Or if, let's say you have, or you may think that people, so subconsciously back in the Stone Ages, right? How people were in the Stone Ages is you were a part of a group, and if you were disliked, that was a problem to your survival. It was a threat to your survival. However, if you were liked, that would help you survive. So, being liked is a very important thing in our human kind of subconscious mind. And how this is linked to money is that if you think that people are going to dislike you if you have money, then your subconscious will make sure you do not get money. And how do you make sure you don't get money is by these patterns we repeat, self sabotage. So, in a nutshell, this is very high level, but that's what
Yeah.
money mindset is, and the behaviors that these beliefs drive, without us even knowing, is the part where the magic kind of you can kind of work on and change the story you tell yourself.
Oh my God. I think it was me because Rupali, this that those relationship that I've had with money was just like a pattern. It's like I've got the money and then it's gone. I've got the money and then it's gone. I don't even have the saving. What makes that pattern actually have in us, and how do we learn, and how can we break those patterns so we can have a good relationship with money?
Yes, very good question. So I think that, look, there's a lot of many different money beliefs that people have, okay? And patterns of not having money and not keeping money is a sign that your subconscious is trying to protect you in some way because it has some belief that has been instilled within it that money is bad. for you, for your survival. Now, what belief you hold about money is something that we need to work on and try and understand. As you're aware, to find limiting beliefs, you have to go through a process to understand it. And but quick, easy things that I often tell the listeners to do is, three things. What is it that you find yourself saying the most about money? Do you end up telling people that, oh, I can't afford that? That's way too much money. This isn't worth it. Or only those people have that much money. I don't. What belief is so? What do you end up saying about money? That's the first thing to other people, or even joking. You hear people joking about, oh, ha ha ha, that life isn't for us. But
Yeah.
that joke has a lot that it holds within. So, what is it that you find yourself saying about money? Is the one thing you have to observe. Secondly, what is it that you find yourself thinking about money? So, for example, when you're making a purchase, how do you think about money? What is the thoughts you have when you're buying something? Are you saying, "Oh no, it's going. Oh no, it's gone. Oh, I'm always spending money." Or is it more amazing? I get to have this. I get to afford this. I get to use this. I'm excited. What words do you use in your mind when it's about spending money? What do you use? What do you say or think when you're receiving money? So, for example, I know culturally when we grew up, if someone gave us money, we were told, do not take money from anyone. So,
Yes.
don't be greedy.
Yeah.
Don't take it. So, what is it that, is there something like that maybe that is instilled? And so you struggle accepting money. And when you struggle accepting money, it means that maybe it comes into your bank account, but you're not able to accept it because you think it'll make you look greedy. So somehow you self sabotage when you spend it.
Yeah.
Somehow you attract a situation where you spend it. So that's also a way to identify these kind of beliefs. And then what do you feel around money? So when the topic of money comes up, does it stress you out? When you look at your bills, does it stress you out, or do you think, amazing, I get to have all this electricity that I'm paying for and I'm using and I love it? Or is it that, oh, here's another bill, oh no? Is it the feeling, is it heavy or is it light? Is it exciting or is it stressed? So those emotions you have to kind of tune into as and when you're spending money and receiving money to see what is it that I'm thinking and feeling here. So that's in a nutshell how you can start exploring the topic on the surface to really identify what is it that you're feeling, what is it that you believe about money that is causing these repeated patterns.
Oh wow. I mean, yes, I do have those patterns actually. Like, oh my god, I see my bills. Oh gosh, oh my god, this is a lot. Oh, and those kind of things. So, Rupali, I'm wondering, like, how are we going to have an excited feeling when in the reality, we really don't have that money to pay our bills?
Yeah, good question. So I think that the first step is always to do a little bit of a reality check. Because when you say, I know, look, I'm not going to, I know people have life situations, and I know there are people that may have millions in their account but are scared to spend the money and feel they don't have the money. So I know those are two very different things. But the answer I'm going to give you is very generic in the sense that I think it's important to do a fact check of your life, look back, assess currently what is it that you do have. Forget focusing on what you don't have, okay? Just a little reminder of, okay, I have this roof on my head. I'm able to afford this food I'm eating. I'm able to earn an income. There is an inflow of money. If there isn't, then you look at what you do already have in the sense of, um, when you're kind of, doing things around you through the day, you just have to find those little things that you do have. There's many things that we all do have. I think the world is focused on what we don't have, and that's where the trap happens. But the very first step is, firstly, you're aware, like you said, you're identifying, okay, this is how I am feeling. This is how what I am talking about money. This is how I am thinking about money. That's the first step. Awareness. Secondly, it's about reminding yourself of what you do have. So, for example, if you've got some form of an education that you've gotten in the past, your degree or any certifications or any education that you do have, you remind yourself that I have this. I was able to work through this. I was able to pay for this. I've got this. It's something you've got. So it's these little things you tap into of what you do have, right? And that automatically, you'll realize it relaxes your shoulders a little bit. It's a way of telling your nervous system that I'm okay. I
Yes.
am okay. Because what happens is, when we are stuck in this mindset of, I don't have this, I don't have this bill, money to pay for this bill, I don't have this, oh, but I want to buy this, I don't have this, all of that, then your nervous system is so unregulated that there's no possible way to deal with this situation with an unregulated nervous system. That brings us to the end of part one. Stay tuned for part two.